Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. From the Rochester Curling Club in Rochester, New York, this is the second session of the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. Good evening, my name is Bill Drumright, and tonight is the second session of the first day. The winning team from this year's competition will be traveling to the USCA Mixed Nationals, be held March 28th to April 4th in Chaska, Minnesota. Our match tonight yes. Our match tonight features Plainfield, New Jersey rink of Nicole Prohaska skip, Ryan Sharp third, Jaspreet Kaur second, Kyle Foster lead, versus the Potomac rink of Melvin Shaw skip, Courtney Shaw third, Stephen Enochson second, and Julia DiBaggio lead. Both the teams tonight on our Sheet C curled earlier at the 4 o'clock session. The Prohaska rink lost 6-3 to the Mooney rink from Plainfield, New Jersey, and the Shaw rink lost 8-3 to the Casper rink. Each team will be playing each other at least once through the 3 days of this Thursday, Friday, Saturday at least, and possibly Sunday. And so it is going to be important tonight for the teams to want to be in competition for the title. This match is going to be crucial. 1-1 is certainly a better situation than 0-2. In talking with the skips from both teams are quite complimentary of the ice surface, quite keen, about 14.5 from hog line to hog line. The ice between sessions was scraped, pebbled and nipped, so it basically looks like it's going to be, again, firm and fast and doing well for tonight's teams. The GNCC is the largest curling organization of those that make up the United States Curling Association. Some 70 clubs are represented in 17 states, ranging from Maine to Florida. As an oddity, Florida has as many curling clubs, 4, as Maine and New Jersey combined, 2 each from their respective states. Also tonight, we will have matches. The Pulley rink from Rochester, New York will be facing the Chrome rink on Sheet B, and the Marascalo rink will be facing the Casper rink on Sheet D. The Rochester Curling Club began in 1961. It moved into its current facility in 1965. It is a 4-sheet facility. We'll have matches tonight on Sheets B, C, and D. The feature match tonight will be calling here on Sheet C. And with that, we will take a quick break and then be back for the beginning of the match. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York. This is the first day of the 2020-2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. The winning team from this competition will be representing the GNCC at the Mixed National Championships being held this year from March 28th to April 4th in Chaska, Minnesota. Our featured match tonight features the Prohaska rink from Plainfield Curling Club, Plainfield, New Jersey, against the Shaw rink from Potomac, Laurel, Maryland. Teams are finishing up their warm-ups. We got 30 seconds to go before the matches will start. Also tonight, we will have the Pulley rink from Rochester, New York, playing against the Crum rink, and the Marsculo rink will be playing against Casper rink. In the 4 o'clock session, the first session today, the Mooney rink defeated the Prohaska rink 6-3. Pulley rink defeated the Marasco rink 16-1, and Casper defeated Shaw 8-3. So as I said earlier, in this match tonight, our featured match, it is going to be vital for each team to try to come out with a win, because in terms of the competition, only one team this year will qualify from the GNCC to the Mixed Nationals. And so if you're going to try to have any chance at all, 1-1 is certainly a better situation than 0-2. We are now about ready to get going here. And looks like we have practice. Let's see. There's last warm-ups here. Teams are working out for the last warm-up for the throw to the button as part of measuring in case of tiebreakers. So we are waiting to see right now the Prohaska rink is finishing its warm-ups, and then the Shaw rink will be taking the ice for their warm-ups. So with that, we will go ahead and we will take a break, wait for the Shaw team to warm up, and then we will be back with the match.
I just turned that one tight because you almost like got right into.
From the Rochester Curling Club in Rochester, New York, it is the first day of the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. My name is Bill Drumright. I'll be commentating tonight the featured match on Sheet C between the Plainfield rink of Nicole Prohaska Skip, Ryan Sharp third, Jazzy Kaur second, and Kyle Foster lead. They'll be competing against the Potomac rink from Laurel, Maryland, Melvin Shaw Skip, Courtney Shaw third, Stephen Enixon second, Julia DiBaggio lead. Both of these teams played in the first session this afternoon. Mooney Rink of Plainfield defeated the Prohaska Rink score of 6-3, and the Casper Rink defeated the Shaw Rink by a score of 8-3. So this is going to be a crucial match tonight for both teams. In this format, only one team will be coming out of the GNCC to compete in the USCA Mixed National Championship, scheduled for March 28th to April 4th in Chaska, Minnesota. In that situation, therefore, being 1-1 will be a lot better situation than trying to be 0-2 and come back. So in this match tonight, Plainfield will be shooting the Red Rocks and Potomac will be having the Blue Rocks. Two other matches will be going on tonight on Sheet B. The Pulley Rink from Rochester, New York will be facing the Crum Rink. And on Sheet D, the Musculo Rink will be facing the Casper Rink. The Rochester Curling Club, the site of this year's championship, first opened in 1961. The current facility opened in 1965. It is a 4-sheet facility, and tonight we'll have the matches going on Sheets B, C, our featured match, and Sheet D. With that, the teams are getting ready. They're starting their last stretching. Warm-ups have been completed, and we'll be going here in a couple of minutes. And so we will come back here in about 30 seconds. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York, on the first day of the GNCC Mixed National Playdowns. My name is Bill Drumright. Our featured match tonight features the Plainfield Rink, Nicole Prohaska Skip, Ryan Sharp third, Jazzy Kaur second, Kyle Foster lead. They'll be shooting the Red Rocks. They'll be facing the Potomac Rink on the Blue Rocks, Melvin Shaw Skip, Courtney Shaw third, Stephen Enixon second, and Julia DiBaggio lead. Plainfield will have the first stone of this end. About 5 seconds left here before the start. And now into the hack is Kyle Foster. Right-hander. Playing an in-turn handle. Sweepers are on it. Going down the left side of the ice is going away from the warm room. Looking for a center guard as close to the house as possible without getting to the house. Going for the center line. Looks like that's about where they finished. Close to the center line, a low guard. Now, in the hack for Potomac is Stephen Enixon. Right-hander, again playing an in-turn draw. Looks like again playing for a guard. Going down the left side, sweepers are on it hard. Up, looking, he may be trying to pull on past and get behind, draw behind cover.
It's just so straight right there.
And the stone is in, but it's going deep. It's basically below the tee line, touching the 4 foot, about half into the 8 foot as well. Now the second shot for Kyle Foster, lead for the Plainfield rink.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to be trying a takeout, possibly hit and roll. Definitely a higher speed. It's going down. Sweepers are up, waiting. See if they can get the proper angle to get that finishing roll. But to roll it behind cover. They definitely will get the stone, but the roll is a little bit too wide. And so the red stone finishes in the back 4 foot on the right side as you're going down the sheet. Now the second stone for Steven Enixon. Playing an out turn handle, right-handed. Looking probably for a takeout, a hit and roll. It's going down the side, one sweeper on it. It is coming. Might be getting the angle. Don't know though if it's going to be too low on the stone to get the proper roll. They do get the stone out. And the blue stone just hangs in the back 12 foot, just on the edge. And so right now, blue is shot. Now the first stone for Josie Kaur. Second for Plainfield.
Couldn't make it around the back.
Looks like they're playing for a draw, probably trying to draw behind their guard stone. There's release, out turn handle. Moving on down, now sweepers are on it. A tendency on this ice at the Rochester Club is that once the curl starts to take, it starts to move very quick. It's doing it right there. They might end up just getting a promote there on their guard, and that's just what happens there. Promoted it just into the 12 foot. At this point, Plainfield red is shot rock. Now, the first stone of the first end for Julia DiBaggio. Looks like he's playing for a takeout here. Playing an in-turn handle. Enixon sweeping. Coming on down. Looks like it is going to get it without problem. Don't know how much roll they will get. They will get some. It actually rolls out to it's exposed. It's in the 12 foot, just above the 8 foot, but the stone is exposed. Looks like again another try at a hit and roll for Josie Kaur. Second for Plainfield, her second shot at the first end. Playing an out turn handle. Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it. Now they're up, waiting. Trying to get the angle so they can get it behind and cover. But it's going to be down on the stone. The blue stone is out. They're sweeping, and it looks like the red stone is just out. It's hard to tell on the camera whether it's biting or not. But so far, at this point, blue, Potomac, has shot rock. Now up again for a second for the first end, Julia DiBaggio. Looks like you can be playing an in-turn handle. Looks like you're playing a draw, probably trying again to draw behind the red guard. And not sweeping quite yet. Now they're on it. Now they're on it. Trying to slip by. I think it's going to wreck on the guard. It does wreck on the guard, and now both stones are now biting. So, but blue at this point still has shot rock. This is the first stone now in the first end for the third, Ryan Sharp. Playing looks like an out-turn handle. Could be narrow. It could be narrow. They're really sweeping on it. They're sweeping very hard. It looks like they're going to get it, though. It should take it away. It'll clear both stones out of there. And right now, blue is still shot rock, although they're in a vulnerable place because it's back deep in the 12 foot. We now have the first stone for Potomac for the skip. Melvin Shaw. setting up here, it looks like, for an intern handle. Probably again looking to draw behind the red stone. It's coming down. Sweepers are on it hard. Trying to hold that line. It might be a bit light. And looks like it's going to be coming up. It is a bit light. And so blue is still shot rock, but the first stone from Shaw is basically a high guard at this point. Second stone now for Ryan Sharp for Plainfield. Looks like they're going for the takeout there of the back blue, which is serving a shot rock. It's coming on down. Stone, they're really on it. Sweepers are on it hard. And they did clear it out and kept it in. So right now, Plainfield is lying 2, although both stones, though, are really on the 12-foot, and they're really not in the best of scoring positions. Second stone now for the skip, Melvin Shaw from Potomac Rink, Laurel, Maryland. Judging here what to do. And it probably looks like at this point they're going to probably try to just clear out that second red. It's coming down with an intern handle. Looking to bump the blue into the red, take the red out. And then maybe effectively then move the first blue in. Looks like he's got that, and there's caroms. And so right now, blue is shot rock on the high 12-foot above the tee line, near the center line. Now coming down for her first shot of the end is a skip for Plainfield, Nicole Prohaska. Given where the Sharp is setting his broom, it looks like it's going to be a takeout, and possibly then they get the right angle, maybe roll behind. Looks like they're setting up to play she is right-handed. Look like they're setting up to play an intern handle. Prohaska comes out, releases the stone, has a takeout weight. Sweepers are on it. Coming down. And hits and stays square. It's biting. So at this point here, Plainfield is still 2. Both of the Plainfield stones, though, are on the high 12-foot above the tee line and the low 12-foot back of the tee line on the left side as you're facing the end of the house. So in this sense there, and in that sense, the stones are kind of vulnerable still in terms of scoring. Now, the last 2 stones will be thrown for Potomac in this end by Courtney Shaw. And I think given where Melvin Shaw is set up, they might be looking to try to draw in between the port created by the top red and top blue stones, and maybe tucking behind the blue stone, drawing behind cover. Courtney Shaw right-handed, putting an out-turn handle. This is going to be a shot that's going to require a good deal of touch. Sweepers are always important, but very important on this type of shot. It's coming on through. It looks like it will get through. Will it get through? It wrecked. It wrecked on the blue stone, but it did get a good carom. And now Potomac is shot rock. The stone is basically straddling the top 4-foot and the bottom 8-foot above the tee line. But the stone is placed now behind the red stone for Plainfield. So basically at this point, Plainfield's down to his last stone of the end. So now the idea here may be to just try to cut down Potomac, try to just keep them to 1. And given where Ryan Sharp is setting up his broom, that might be just what they're trying to do, trying to draw on in. If they do get behind, if they get full 4-foot, they will be shot rock. But the other thing, too, in this situation is not to be exposed. because Potomac does have the hammer. Nicole Prohaska is in the hack. Looks like she'll be applying an in-turn handle. Releases. And sweepers are right on it. They're coming down. Looks like they're maybe even going for a promote here. If they can get it. But the angle is going to be to the left. It is moving to the right. And Shaw is on it, and the Beige sweeps it through. So right now, Potomac is line shot. They have the last stone. So now basically, it looks like they're going to be playing an in-turn draw. Courtney Shaw throwing the last stone for Potomac in the first end. This would be a chance for Potomac to jump out early and get 2 points here. So we'll see what will happen here. This is a type of shot that all shots in curling do require touch, but this type of shot especially does when it's the last stone of the end and you got a chance to increase your score. She releases. It's an in-turn handle. Sweepers are on it, coming down. The main thing here, if they get into full 12 foot, they've got two. They've got room here in terms of bringing it in. It looks like it's going to come in nicely. Looks like it'll settle down very nice, and Potomac will start off with 2 points. And so after the first end, it is Potomac 2, Plainfield nothing, and we will be back in about 10 seconds. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club in Rochester, New York for the first day of the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. My name is Bill Drumright. The winning team from this event will be representing the GNCC at the United States Curling Association Mixed Playdowns scheduled from March 28th to April 4th in Chaska, Minnesota. In our featured match between Plainfield and Potomac, Potomac broke out in the first end, has a 2-0 lead. In other matches going on right now on Sheet B, it looks at this point Crum is leading Pulley. Pulley is up 2-0 on Sheet B. And on Sheet D, Marsculo is playing Casper. I'm sorry? Okay. And right now, we're going to try to find out what the score is on that one, but it was a big one. Okay, shooting first, Stephen Enigson for Potomac. Coming down toward the warm room, playing an out-turn handle. Sweepers are on it. Sweepers are on it pretty hard. It's coming on down. They might actually bring it on in. Looks like they're going to. And this stone will finish up, if not fully in the 4 foot, pretty much close to the center line. Now, this is the first shot of the second end for Kyle Foster, the lead for Plainfield. Looking like they're playing a takeout here. Foster right-handed, applying an out-turn handle. And it's coming down. Maybe it may not be, in this case, they're not going to be playing a takeout. They actually might be just coming on down, maybe trying to freeze, but it's going to be a difficult shot. Right now they're looking, and they'll be coming on in fully 12 foot. Now, second shot for Stephen Enigson. Looks like they're setting up for a takeout, a hit and roll. Coming down the center here, playing with an out-turn handle. Definitely take out weight. Coming down the center line. Coming down the center line. We'll get it. Oh no, there was a mistake here. And Enigson struck the blue stone. Both stones go out. And so now blue is out of the house. And Plainfield now is shot rock. Here is now the second stone for Kyle Foster, the lead from Plainfield. Look like he's playing an in-turn handle. could be playing, try to draw. He draws to the right side of the house as facing the warm room to try to split the house and get 2 stones in. But this stone is moving pretty good. The stone is moving pretty good. Moving too fast. Looks like it's going to be swept out. Shaw is on it and sweeps it through. This is the first stone now in the second in for Julia DiBaggio from Potomac. Looks like they're playing for a takeout. Red stone of playing field is on the top 12 foot. And Baggio releases. It's coming down. Unison is sweeping hard. Probably will get the stone, but will allow for to stay. No, just to hit too low on the stone and rolls out. So the house is clear at this point. Now we have the first stone of the second for Josie Core of Plainfield. Looks like he's setting up for, she's right-handed, for an out-turn draw coming down the center and then maybe over to the left side of the house as the shooter faces it as the stone comes down toward the warm room here at the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York. Both sweepers are on it. Looks like they're looking to try to keep it onto the left side above the tee line. It's slowing down. It should be full 12 foot, close to it, and it basically is about 3/4 12 foot. Now comes the second stone for Julia DiBaggio from Potomac. Looks like you're playing for a takeout on the stone. DiBaggio releases, putting on an in-turn handle. Coming down. The angle is looking good. How square will it hit? That's going to be one of the main questions in terms of whether it will stay in the house or not. It hits pretty square and stays. And now blue is shot rock, although the stone is, if not a biter, it's just only barely about 1/4 of the ways on the 12 foot above the tee line. Second stone for Josie Core from Plainfield. Again playing an out-turn handle. Broom is set a little bit to the right of the center line on the 4 foot. As the shooter is facing the house. Probably trying to play to draw behind the blue stone. Use the blue stone as a guard, draw behind cover. Both sweepers are sweeping hard. It's coming in. And it's going to stay up. Just touching the 4 foot. It's above the tee line, but the stone is exposed. Now the first stone in the second end for Melvin Shaw. Looking, they're playing a takeout. Applies an out-turn handle. Coming down, sweepers are on it. This might be narrow. This might be narrow. Or it'll get by, it looks like. It does get by. It will roll. Rolls a little bit. It turns out to be a fine shot. About maybe 1/4 of the stone is exposed on the inside, but still going to be a tough shot to try to get it out. And that looks like basically the first stone now for Ryan Sharp, third for Plainfield. Might be trying to play a freeze to this stone. It's a little bit exposed. When they can freeze to it, they definitely will be shot, and it'll definitely help set the end up for themselves. Plainfield has the hammer in this end. It looks a little bit light. Sweepers are on it. They're working with the house as hard as they can. But this is probably not going to turn out the way Plainfield wants it. Because now, basically, the red stone effectively will serve as a guard to the shot rock. Now the second stone for Melvin Shaw of Potomac. And it looks like they're going to try to, he's got to take out weight. He looks like he wants to clear that stone. But will he be able to stick? He can hit it, but will it stick? No, his stone rolls. Okay? Both stones out. At this point, Potomac is setting 2. And it looks like Sharp is Getting the same shot again called by Nicole Prohaska, the skip for Plainfield. Looks like you're going to again try for a freeze. Sharp right-handed, putting an out-turn handle. Coming down the center. It looks like a little bit more speed on this one, a little bit more weight. But now the sleepers have got to get on it. As I said earlier on this ice, once the stones start to move and they take the curl, they really start to move, and then it's hard to hold them up by sweeping alone. It's going to brush the top. It comes in. Plainfield is shot rock, but it did not freeze, and the Plainfield stone is exposed. This will be the first stone now in the second end for Courtney Shaw of Potomac. And it looks like they're going to be trying to play, take out with a roll here. If in terms of her perspective, if they can take the red stone out and roll to the left against theirs, they'll be in a good position. They want an out-turn handle. It is coming down. Will it move? It is moving some. Don't know if it's moving enough. It will get the red stone, but the blue stone will likely be swept out, which it is. Okay. So at this point now, Nicole Prohaska is throwing the first of her 2 rocks, a skip in the second end. Potomac is setting 2. And it looks like, again, they're going to try for a freeze. Sharp for Plainfield is setting up just a little bit. It'd be to his left, his broom, just a little bit to the left of the center line. And again, it looks like the idea is to try to come down and freeze to the shot rock, and then that would put Plainfield in shot position. It is a tricky shot, though. Takes great delicacy of touch, and very important here on the sweepers, and the sweepers effectively judge to sweep the stone down to the desired spot. It's a good line. It's coming down. It's coming down, but will it be too hard? Will it be too hard? Will it slip by? It's coming in. It bumps. And Plainfield is shot, but again, the shot rock is exposed. And it looks like, again, this is the last shot now for Courtney Shaw of Potomac. And so they're looking to play a hit and roll, but to come in with an in-turn handle, and then if they hit it at the right place on the red stone, it will roll over against the first blue. She's released. It's coming down this left side. And it's starting to really move now. It's moving. It's moving. And red stone is out. The blue is sitting 3. Potomac is sitting 3, but the shot rock is definitely exposed. And so now this is the last stone of the end for Nicole Prohaska, the skip for Plainfield. Basically, the best they can do is 1. They're going to have to make this play work. They're going to have to hit and stick. If they don't, Plainfield will definitely get 2. And if, God forbid, she misses this stone, then Plainfield's got 3, and that's going to be a very difficult hole to get out of. So this is a crucial shot now, this early in the match. She's coming out of the hack. She's putting in-turn handle. It's going to have to make sure it's on so it hits. Oh no, the stone is moving. The stone is moving wide. She threw her hands up, and I can see why. Didn't hit it hard enough. It stays. And that's 3 for Potomac. Potomac has stolen 3. And after 2 ends here in the featured match, it is Potomac 5, Plainfield nothing. And we will be back in 15 seconds. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club in Rochester, New York. This year's site of the GNCC Mixed Playdown. My name is Bill Drumright. I'm announcer for the featured match tonight for the Plainfield Curling Club from Plainfield, New Jersey against Potomac Curling Club from Laurel, Maryland. We are now going to the third end. After 2 ends, Potomac leads 5-0. Potomac will be shooting first. Stephen Enickson of Potomac leading off. Right-handed, shooting an intern handle. Sweeper on it. Sweeper coming on down. Looking to play for a guard. It's not going to end up being a center guard. It is definitely drifting to the right. Might be able to get a corner guard out of this. Might be able to get a corner guard out of it. Looks like that's what they did. In the other two matches on sheet D, Casper is leading Marsculo 6-0. They are coming to the end of the second end. And over on sheet B, the pulley rink is leading 2-0, and they're getting to the end of the second end for them. First stone thrown by Kyle Foster, the lead for Plainfield. Looking for a corner guard on the opposite side, going down to the left as the shooter is facing down to the far end. And it looks like that's basically what they have. It's not it's kind of high for a corner guard. So we'll see what happens. Stephen Enickson now throwing the second for Potomac in the third end. Potomac leading 5-0. They might be trying to promote here because he's definitely got some speed on this, but it might be too much speed. In fact, it is a lot of speed, and basically both blue stones are out. Now we have the second stone for Kyle Foster, who is the lead for Plainfield. And it looks like they're going to be going for a draw, right-handed, applying an intern handle. Sweepers are walking with it, not sweeping yet. Now they're on it. They might be trying to get either a lower corner guard or just maybe just barely go on the 12-foot. No, they're trying for corner guard. They're definitely trying for corner guard. And it's going to be about the same line, a little bit shorter than the stone on the left. Now we have the first stone for Julia DiBaggio from Potomac. Looks like they're playing for a draw, possibly to draw behind the red on the right. Comes out, applies an intern handle. Sweeper's on it. A little bit more weight than previous stones. And it's coming down, but it may not be enough. The sweepers are really working hard. They are working hard. They will get by the red stone. Tremendous sweeping. And they managed to get a biter out of it. Tremendous sweeping by Potomac there. Now it looks like the up is Josie Core for Plainfield. And it looks like they're trying to draw behind the blue on the right side and use the blue as cover. She comes out of the hack, applies an intern handle. This is one where the sweepers are pretty much going to have to take it all the way. They might end up being too light. The way the angle is going with the weight, I think it looks like it's going to be a bit too light. Sweepers are up. Just barely taps the red. So right now, Plainfield has nothing in the house. Potomac is shot rock with their biter on the 12-foot just on the right side, above the tee line. Second stone now for Julia DiBaggio from Potomac. Again, look like they're going to try to play an intern handle, draw behind into the house. She comes out of the hack with release. Sweepers are right on it. This is one of the things about this ice. Once the stone starts to move, once it starts taking the curl, it is hard to hold it up. So if you're going to have to sweep, you almost have to start to sweep prior. They're coming by. Can they slip by? They slipped by the red. Now they're slipping on in. Very excellent sweeping. They managed to get it into almost full 8 foot above the tee line on the right side. Potomac is sitting 2 and in a very good position at this point. Second stone now for Josie Core and Plainfield. Again, looking like you're playing a draw here. It's going to be a tricky shot. Charged a little bit more to the left. Got a little bit more weight. But it's not really going to be enough of a weight to try to take out the blue stone. They can split the port. They can get through that. But can they get by? Doesn't look like it's coming right on in. It's going to bump the blue stone just a little bit if it actually freezes to it. So right now, Potomac is 1, Plainfield lying 2. Potomac is 3, lying 3. Now the first stone in the third end for Melvin Shaw of Potomac. And trying to decide what to do here. Potomac is looking at this play. The thing is now, if Potomac does steal again, and they can steal multiple points, it's going to make it very difficult for Plainfield. So this is a crucial end here. This is a crucial end. Sean waits. It looks like... I wonder if they could be playing it. It's an out-turn handle. It's coming out with speed. So it looks like you're trying to basically split those 2 reds and clear them out. Well, it hits, does hit the blue, and it spills out the red. It shot worked beautifully. It worked beautifully. Guard is still up, and so now Potomac is still 2, and basically right now Plainfield is in a much more desperate situation. This is the first stone in the third end for Ryan Sharp, the third from Plainfield. And the options are not, at this point, too good for Plainfield because to try to draw, to get shot rock, they have to come into the 4 foot. Looks like that's what they're going to try to do. Sharp, right-handed, applying an in-turn handle. But it's going to be a delicate line here. It's going to require a great deal of judgment and work by the sweepers, because in order to get shot rock, they're going to have to touch 4 foot, and to do so and get behind. Now it's slipping by, but it's going to wreck on the shot rock. And now Plainfield is 2, but they are exposed. They are exposed. They are open for a takeout here. Second now in the third end for Melvin Shaw. And it looks like they're setting up. They're setting up for a takeout here. And if he gets it right and he can roll to the left, this is going to make it a tough position for Plainfield. Coming down, sweeper on it, DiBaggio on it. She's sweeping really hard, but it's moving now. The stone is moving. Will they get by? It does barely get by, and it rolls. It's a beautifully played shot. Potomac now is 3 in a line on the right side. All 3 stones are above the 12 foot, and they're basically behind cover. Now Plainfield is in a very desperate situation. This is the second for Ryan Sharp, for the third for Plainfield, and this may be really one of the key points here in the match, even though it's just the third end. Potomac is in situation to steal 3. If they do that, the score goes to 8-0, and that's going to be tough to come back from. So Sharp releases with an in-turn handle. It's going on down. Sweepers are on it. They're on it. Now, one thing about it now, there is a little bit more room to try to get in, but it's going to have to pretty much be full 4 foot to be shot rock. It's coming down. They're sweeping hard, but it bumps that red. The red guard are in, And right now, Potomac is 2, Plainfield 3. But once again, Plainfield Stone is exposed. And it is vulnerable for a takeout if Potomac wants to play that shot. Courtney Shaw is approaching the hack, the first of her 2 rocks in the third end. Melvin Shaw is set up, and it very much looks like they're playing for a takeout here. This sets Plainfield in a bad situation because if the takeout is successful, it's cutting Plainfield effectively down to 1, and that's going to be tough for them. And that's basically they need more than that to try to get back in this match. Shaw releases for an in-turn handle. Courtney Shaw releases. It's coming down. It's a good-looking line. The sweeper is on it. Going to get on by, and it takes it out. So right now, Potomac is lying 4, and even though the 4th stone is exposed, it makes it hard because just a hit and stick, they're still going to be down 3. So in this situation, Nicole Prohaska, the skip for Plainfield, is in a tough situation. On the other rinks here right now, on the other sheets, on sheet B, the Pulley rink is up 4-0 over Crum, and the Casper rink is up 7-0 over Musculo. The Prohaska rink is talking this over. This really is a key point now in this match because there's going to be a big difference between, say, 5-1 and 7 or 8-0. This is a very difficult situation here. And it could be what they might be trying is to basically go after the 4th stone for Potomac and basically playing with an out-turn handle. And if you catch the right angle, then you move it in and get it close to the first 2 stones for Potomac. This is Nicole Prohaska, her first stone of the third end. Coming out of the hack, playing for a takeout. The sweepers are on it. They're working on it really hard. But it is going to her left. Will she get the angle? Will she get the roll? She got a little bit of a roll, but not much. So basically, Potomac lies 3, and Plainfield Stone is exposed. Here comes Courtney Shaw for her last stone in the third end. And Melvin Shaw is set up a little bit wider here on the left as Courtney Shaw faces the far end of the rink. So this might be a guard here. It might be playing for a guard to try to block the promote, which would be about the only real option that Plainfield would have at this point. Looks like they're trying to play for center guard. Coming out with much lighter weight. Sweepers are on it. Sweeping for line is going to be crucial here. They get the right line. They get it on the center line. Then Plainfield is going to be basically down to trying to make a draw. And it looks like it's rolling. And it looks like it's really fine placement. It pretty much takes away the promote. And now Nicole Prohaska throwing her last stone of the third end. Plainfield sits 3. Basically, this is going to be very difficult for Plainfield to get 1. They're going to have to basically get at least a fourth to a third of their stone touching the 4th foot. This will not be easy. This will not be an easy shot. And so this is the last stone of the third end. Prohaska in the hack. Pushes out. Puts on an in-turn handle. Sweepers are on it. But this might end up being too light. This may not work at all. This may not work. It's not going to be hard enough to effectively do a double tap. And it's probably not going to hit the angle that they need. No, it's not. It doesn't work. Actually, there might end up being Potomac could be 4. At least 3 for sure, and Potomac might be 4. We'll wait and see. But in any case, Potomac is really sitting in a favorable position after 3 minutes. And we'll be back here with the match in about 10 seconds. Welcome back to the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York, the site of the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns. I'm Bill Drumright. Potomac just stole 4 in the third end. They are up 9-0, and it's really looking grim now for the Plainfield team. These are 8-end matches, but the thing is, at this point, going into the 4th end and then the break after the 4th end, Potomac is sitting very well. Okay, first up for Potomac in the 4th end, Stephen Enochson, who's been shooting first all night. He's coming out, playing an out-turn handle, coming back to the warm room. The 4th end, Potomac is in a very good situation at this point. They're in a very good situation. In fact, they're sweeping. Can they get it in? Actually, they're going to try to get it in, and they are. It'll be full 12 foot. In fact, it's touching the 8 foot above the tee line. Now the first stone of the 4th end for Kyle Foster, the lead for Plainfield. Plainfield using red rocks, Potomac shooting the blue rocks. Foster applies an out-turn handle. Oh, I'm sorry, Foster applies an in-turn handle. Looks like they're going to try to get as many stones now in the house as they can. They must. They really cannot play a takeout game given the score the way that it is. Sweeper on it, but it's not going to make the house. It basically is a wide corner guard. Now it looks like here Enochson's second. Looks like they're looking to play a promote. Will be coming down. Will be putting on an out-turn handle. Just for a little tap back. But it is wide. I don't know if it'll take the curl enough. Now it's taking it, but will it be enough? It might just slip by. Looks like it's going to just slip by, and looks like it's going to roll out, which it does. Potomac is still shot rocked. The second now in the 4th end for Kyle Foster, the lead from Plainfield. Looks like they're playing an out-turn handle. He's coming down. Looks like you're going for either a corner guard or coming in the left side of the house as the shooter faces the house. It is coming down. Might be looking to play a type of corner guard, but it is pretty high for a corner guard in this situation. Again, this is the first stone now in the 4th end for Giulio DiBaggio. And again, looking to play a promote, a small little tap back. Applying an out-turn handle, which she does. Sweepers away. Will it come back? In Tennessee, on sheet C, when you're coming down the right side, coming back to the house, you can hang out on that right side and not move as much. They're sweeping though. Will it come by? It does come by. They'll be able to slip it behind cover. It's basically near the button and a little bit of the inside of the stone exposed. First stone now in the 4th end for Jazzy Kaur of Plainfield. Look like he'll be applying an in-turn handle. She comes down. Can they basically try to get a stone in and behind some cover? They need a big end, but the stone is moving to the right. It's moving to her right. It's moving wide. I don't know if it's going to. I don't think it will have enough momentum to promote that red on the right, on the shooter's right. No, it does not. So at this point, Potomac is setting 2. Second stone now for Julia DiBaggio from Potomac. And looks like here we're going to try to clear out those 2 reds on the right and take them out of play. It's coming down. It's definitely a takeout weight. Definitely coming in hard. Coming in down. And gets one of them. And rolls it back for a partial guard there, just a little bit above the 12-foot. Very low guard there on the blue. Second stone now for Jocelyn Kaur from Plainfield. Plainfield shooting the red rocks, Potomac shooting the blue rocks. Looks like you're going to try to draw in. She'll be applying an in-turn handle, coming down to her right as she's facing the house, coming back toward the warm room. This is the 4th end. Sweepers are on it. They're on it hard. Plainfield does need stones. They need them badly. They have the hammer, but they've got to get something so they can score. This one has some chance here. The sweepers are on it. They're on it hard. Looks like it will get in, but it won't get in that deep. It's basically about half to 3/4 on the 12-foot above the tee line. First stone of the 4th end for Melvin Shaw. Looks like they're setting up for a takeout here. Given that Potomac is up 9-0. A smart play, basically trying to cut down any scoring chances the Plainfield has. Shaw comes out, applying an in-turn handle. Definitely a takeout weight. It's coming down. DiBaggio sweeping on it, sweeping well. It's moving though to the right. Going to get by it. It does, and gets the red stone out. And it could be that stone could be biting. I'm not sure. At this point, but from the angle, it looks like it's still out. So Potomac is setting 2 at this point. First stone now in the 4th end for Ryan Sharp, the 3rd for Plainfield. And they're trying to look at what to do. It could be, in a sense, now looking for a takeout because there is a potential double there with that guard on the center and the second blue. It's coming down. Definitely a takeout weight. Will it come over? Will it get the angle? It does not. It goes right on through. As I said, and one of the things about the sheet C, when you're coming down back to the warm room, if you're coming down the right side, there's a tendency for stones to hang out, and that problem is very much exacerbated if you're trying to play a takeout type shot. The stone just hangs out there and does not move back, does not take the curl. Second now for Melvin Shaw. This could be a type of guard here that he's playing, given where the broom is set up. It'll be interesting to see if it does take the break, it does take the curl. It's an out-turn handle. Most of the stones in this end have been in an out-turn handle. And he's playing for a guard, and this is looking pretty good here. Sweepers are working on it. This is going to be a very good position now. It makes it very tough on the takeout. If they try a takeout now coming down the left side, it's going to be hard to take the stone out and then get the red one to stick. It looks like that Nicole Prohaska, the skip for Plainfield, setting up for Sharp, Ryan Sharp, to play an out-turn handle, playing a draw. The stone is released. It's coming down. It's got decent weight, but now the sweepers have got to get on it. They're getting on it hard. They're getting on it hard. Will it move too much? Can they do it? Can they get by? This is going to be tough. It does not get by. It just bumps a little bit. Basically, right now, Potomac is still 2, and the Plainfield stone is again exposed. It's in position to set up for a takeout, and this looks like what Courtney Shaw will do with her first stone of the 4th end. We're into Skips Rocks now into the 4th end. Potomac is leading 9-0. It is not a good situation here for Plainfield. For Potomac, it's obviously quite the opposite. They're looking very good. Courtney Shaw's in the hack, her first stone of the 4th end. Setting up here for a takeout. A takeout of Plainfield stone. So here goes. Coming out of the hack. Releases an out turn handle. Sweeper on it. Sweeper's going to have to stay on it. It's coming down. It looks like a good line. Looks like they'll get it. Is the angle right? Looks like it is. It comes right out, and the stone is left as a biter. So right now, Potomac is lying 3 in this, the 4th end. And so at the end of this end, we'll have the mid-game break. And now Nicole Prohaska, the first of her 2 stones. It is not looking good for Plainfield. It seems like for some it would be hammering home a point, but Potomac very much is in control in this match. And this could be, depending on how this end plays out, this could be a really bad situation for Plainfield. Right now, Plainfield is the best they can probably hope for is to get 1. And the best, or their second best thing is to try to cut Potomac down to 1. But this is going to be hard to do because Potomac has the house well guarded. They've got their lying 3, and their stones are in excellent position. There really is no opening here now for Plainfield to try to draw through. And so right now, it could be that they're going to try for a double and try to get at least a shot rock out. It's going to take an angle shot to do it. She's released. Prohaska, it's coming down. Will it come over? Will it come? Will the angle be right? No, it goes right between. And so now, with the last stone for Courtney Shaw in the 4th end for Potomac. Probably going to be looking for some type of guard situation. Put up a guard and make it incredibly difficult for Plainfield to even get 1 point. And to make it even harder for Plainfield to cut Potomac down to 1 point. Courtney Shaw is in the hack. This is her last stone of the 4th end. She's getting prepared to shoot. Looks like she'll be applying an out-turn handle, right-handed shoot. And this is going to be important here. Either it's a guard, or it could be, if you play the right weight, you can even play a promote there on that biter. And it's coming in, it could very much end up as a promote. Looks like it's going to as a matter of fact. Do a tap. And so right now, it looks like Potomac is sitting 4. Potomac is sitting 4. But there might be, this is the thing now, there is an opening in that port. It will be on the right side as Nicole Prohaska is facing back to the warm room. If they could work it out, if you could basically not play maybe a double takeout, but you play the stone, you get the right angle, you could take out the blue and roll over to the shot blue. But it's going to be a tricky shot. It's going to very much, it almost would be basically a kind of a last chance shot. They're trying to figure out, her and the third, Ryan Sharp, how best to proceed in this situation. The thing is, right now, Potomac is in a position to steal 4 if things go wrong. They'll be coming down the right side, and the tendency is for the Stones have been to hang on that side to make the shot work. Basically, you have to, imagine a clock face, and the center of it is 6 o'clock. Effectively, the red stone, Plainfield stone, would have to hit about 7 o'clock, and then try to get the roll. So you're having not just the precision of the contact, it's also having the weight necessary to get the proper roll. This is going to be a tough shot. This is very much a tough shot. Prohaska's coming out and releasing. Will it take the curl that it needs, because the strike is going to be of importance. You can't just hit it flush. It's got to be able to come over, but no, I don't think it's going to. The weight is up. It's too light. It's too light. It's going to tap, and it taps it in. You've got basically now, I think, a 5. This could be a steal of 5, and that would release the Stone 13 to 14 nothing, depending on whether it's 4 or 5. We're here at the break, and Potomac is in a very good position, an excellent position. In fact, we have the break now on our other matches. On sheet B, Pulley is leading at this point 6-0, and on sheet D, Casper is leading Marsculo 7-1. The scores have not come up to the 4th end on those matches, so we'll wait and see. These are partial scores. And with that, we will take a break, and we will be back in approximately 2 minutes. I think 6. Okay. We're back from the Rochester Curling Club in Rochester, New York, and our featured match is over. Both teams shook hands. Potomac stole either 5 or 6 in the 4th end, so the final score will either be 14-0 or 15-0, depending on what it turns out. So this match is finished, our featured match of the night. On sheet B, the Pulley match, 6-0 Pulley after 3. Have not posted the score yet on the 4th end. And on the sheet D, Casper is leading Marsculo 7-1 after 3. Again, that score has not been posted after the 4th end. Tonight's match, a quick recap. Potomac started from the beginning with 2 in the 1st end, stole 3 in the 2nd, stole 4 in the 3rd, and as I said, will either stolen 5 or 6 in the 4th. Potomac basically controlled the game from the beginning. Plainfield had very few chances to really try to score. Potomac was on with their weights in terms of their guard. They did an excellent job on takeouts, and they pretty much basically had the advantage throughout. So with that, we will end tonight. This is Bill Drumright from the Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York. Please tune in tomorrow for the second day of the 2020 GNCC Mixed Playdowns from Rochester Curling Club, Rochester, New York. Thank you, and good night.
Close. Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's what my dad says. That's sideways.
Sorry, guys. Jeez. Hang it.
It's almost down center line.
That's it. That's a big scratch.
Yeah, that was my stone. Believe it or whatever. When I released it, it went about halfway down the house. Halfway down the street.
Just sat there.